Hi, welcome to Simple Squared. I'm John Chase, and I'm going to show you some simple ways to enjoy fresh garden vegetables. What we have here are some things we picked this morning from our garden. We have a nice fresh red pepper, some tomatoes, different varieties. Here's a regular round tomato, it's a beefsteak, and we have some plum tomatoes here, which are a little less juicy, and they have a really nice taste when they're cooked. Some garlic that we pulled out of the ground. And we have a nice zucchini here. And I've added a few vegetables, my favorite things, which we picked up at the market this morning. An onion and a lemon, which we're going to add to the dish. And we'll just get these out of the way and we'll get started. First, we're going to cut our plum tomatoes. And I like to use a serrated knife to cut tomatoes because it cuts through the skin easily. And you'll see it does a really nice job of cutting through the tomato without crushing it. Some tomatoes. We'll be slicing our plum tomatoes here. First thing we want to put in the pan. They'll be in the bottom, and they're going to soak up all the delicious juices from the other vegetables. And we have our pepper. I like to cut these in half. And when you open them up, you just grab this little piece here and push it into the pepper and pull it out. Comes right out, and you just take the seeds out. And just knock the seeds out. You have a nice clean pepper there, ready to go in the pan. There we go. We'll slice our last tomato. Since it's so big, we're going to cut that into quarters. We're going to put everything in our pan. We're going to lay our tomatoes out. First thing, squeeze everything in here. There we go. Our peppers are going to go in on top of the tomatoes. Oop, I see we missed one here. We're going to get an onion in the pan. Cut the bottom off the onion. The simple way to peel your onion is just to cut through the skin like that. It's just to peel away one of the layers like so. There we go. And now we have a nice clean onion. And we're just going to quarter this and put that into the pan, like so. We can lay this in on top of our tomatoes. Next thing we want to do is take some of the garlic. We have a nice head of garlic here. And to get that in the pan, we just want to open the top of it. So I'm going to slice the top of the garlic off. See how all the cloves are exposed? That's going to allow the olive oil and all the juices to get in here and get that nice and tasty. So we're just going to lay that in our pan here. And we have a zucchini. We'd like to get that in the pan. So we'll take the ends off it. Slice that up. Okay. Make sure when you're putting the olive oil and everything, you get it all over your garlic. That's going to make it nice and tasty. Okay, let me just make a little room here. We've got one last thing to do before we go off to the oven. We'll clear the board. There we go. Make some room. We're going to take a lemon and we're going to add the lemon to our vegetables. It's really going to add a nice flavor. And it gets a great taste when it's in the oven. And we can just squeeze it all over everything right before dinner. I think everybody's going to love it. Okay, the last thing before we go in the oven, garlic can burn, and we don't want that to happen because it gets a bitter flavor to it. So I've taken a little piece of tin foil here and folded it into a little hat. And we're going to just cover the top of the garlic like that. See how it's open in the bottom. And lay that garlic right in there. And that's it. We're ready for the oven. So here we go. Okay, we're placing this in an oven that's set to 350 degrees, and it's probably going to take about 2.5 hours for these vegetables to roast completely. So it'll be good to check on them probably at about 1.5 hours and see how they're doing. All right, it's been about 2.5 hours, and something in here smells really great. Let's take a look. Yeah, these babies look nice. All right, let's pull them out of here and place them on a plate. Here we go. Got all our goodies in here. They're cooked down nice and soft. Take the hat off the garlic. Ah, that looks really good. You can see it's nicely, just a little bit of brown. It's nice and soft. We're going to take all our vegetables out of here and place them on a plate. Kind of do a little design, make them look nice. And then in the bottom of the pan, we've got all these great juices and the olive oil, which has been flavored with all of the tasty juices from your garden vegetables. And we're going to save that because that's really good to dump bread in or drizzle on top of your fish. And you can't waste that. Waste not, want not. This stuff is so simple to make. I think everybody's really going to love them. So we've got our onion, our tomatoes. There we go. Pile it all up on the plate. Looking really good. Look at that pepper. Got so nice and soft. And I guarantee you, that's really going to be sweet and delicious. Our lemons are looking nice. It's so simple to make this, and we've got really a nice big plate of vegetables here. This is enough to serve probably 6 people. And I think we spent about 3 minutes putting it all together. So certainly easy. There we go. Everything's out of the pan. Just get a pot holder here. Look at all these great juices we've got in here. I'm going to put them in a little pitcher so we can save that. Really smells great. There we go. All right. And there we have it. Simple roast vegetables right from your garden to your table. Very simple.